All right, let's talk about something very, very simple, but very, very powerful. The whole numbers strategy on gold. If you've been struggling to find clean setups in the market, or just wondering why the market will make random reactions at random price levels, then this video is for you. Whole numbers are psychological price levels. Nice, clean, round numbers. So the setup is simple. When price comes to a whole number, we don't chase it. We wait for price action to confirm. We wait for things like rejection candles, liquidity grabs, or structure breaks. For example, let's just say gold is trading in the 2000s, for an example, and the price is pushing up and it's going towards the level of $2,400. So we're going to write this down for a minute. Let's just say price is approaching $2,400. That is a psychological level because it ends with zeros, okay? It has the round numbers to its zeros. It's not 2403, 2408, 2397. It's 2400. So the market tends to have some sensitivity around these levels. Rejection tends to come in, liquidity or reactions, even breakouts. Let's just say price is running towards $2,400. There's different things that we could anticipate to happen potentially at this type of price level. One could be rejection, candlesticks coming in bearish, like a resistance. Number two is even liquidity grabs. Price can go above $2,400 before even closing back below $2,400 to confirm the bearish move. That would be more like a liquidity grab. Another thing could be, let's just say price is extremely bullish and it breaks out of $2,400 and it goes above it. And now we've broken above it. We've made a higher high in the trend. Market structure has shifted. This is a different type of scenario where we could look for a breakout and retest of this price level. So different things can actually happen around price levels. Let's say the market is coming down to $3,000 on gold, and we're coming near that price. What can happen around these prices? Well, number one, it could be that it's likely to reject, maybe form some bullish types of candlesticks, candlestick patterns, for example, bullish ones that could be supporting the idea of price rejecting at this level. We don't have to chase price when it comes into a whole number. We can wait for reactions, we can wait for rejections, or even liquidity sweeps, or even patterns around these levels. For example, the market could be coming to, let's say, $4,000 this time, right? And let's say at $4,000, there's a support next to us. We can see previously at $4,000, there was a support in the market. And let's say gold does this when it comes to 4K. Let's say it goes below it a bit and it goes to, let's say, $39.90, maybe $10 below it. This isn't a terrible thing because another thing could happen other than price rejecting. It could go for what's called a liquidity sweep, where it goes a bit underneath price, but then ends up closing back above it, pretty much confirming support was made there, then trading in the supportive direction. So again, another thing that could happen with that $4,000 level. Let's just say the market's extremely bearish and we're coming to 4K, but we don't manage to maintain it. We break underneath the price. We could eventually look for a breakout and retest, continuation of this level. So whole numbers are very, very important. And I'm going to show you guys right now on the charts. They're one thing that could help us find key levels. So when it comes down to the markets, and this is one of my blueprints when it comes to day trading, scalping, or even swing trading gold, whatever it is, just trading gold in general, being able to analyze gold, being able to spot key levels with it. One way we can spot key levels is obviously using our eyes. Look for support and resistance, key rejection places, supply and demand. Whole numbers, however, they're going to help us a lot more by finding these key levels. So let's go over to the charts. All right, so here we are on a blank chart on gold. And what I'm going to do to make this a lot easier is I'm going to put on one of my indicators, one of my tools that I use for gold called the XAU Vault Whole Numbers. So when I click this on the chart, you're actually going to see the chart change a little bit. As you can see, I just clicked my indicator on the chart. My timetable up here is just showing when the active market sessions are. I'm going to take that off for this video and just keep the whole numbers located on the chart. So this is my whole numbers tool for gold. It automatically puts the key levels for me on the chart, so I don't have to keep drawing them myself. Automatically, it will one by one line up the key levels for gold. And now there's different types of key levels that you have to understand with gold. Number one, every $25. Number two, every $10. Number three, every $5. So we're gonna keep it simple for this video and go over one example of the whole number strategy here on gold and combine it with some other things, some mindset tips, some timing tips, and some risk management tips. So let's move forward. Every single level on this indicator is $10 apart. So the red zones represent my key levels. They're equally apart from each other. So right now, if I click on the indicator settings, notice how I have it set to 100. Active level set is going to be 100 points apart from each other, which is $10, or some people like to say 100 pips. So each column is 100 pips apart from each other. What type of information can we just get from looking at this chart with whole numbers? Well, let's take a look at how many times gold tends to react at these levels. You can see here down at the price of 39.70. Notice how that price ends. It ends with zeros. So this is what a round number is. It's not 71.25 or 73. It's 70 flat. The next number up is 80. So it takes us from the 70s, 39.70s, to the 39.80s, to the 39.90s, up to 4,000. So we can see here, what did price do at 39.70? There was a strong reversal acting like a rejection candle at that price. We can see then the market punches up to 39.80. A lot of times the market's going to do break and retests of these prices. If I go to a line chart, guys, you might start to see things a bit more clear because I have trained eyes. I have 11-year eyes on these markets. So this is very, very clear to me. Might be a bit more clear if I pull up the line chart. Notice the line chart where it's trading in between these ranges that the market makes. And if I keep moving forward and I keep marking some spots, you're going to see even more reactions. Notice here at the top at my key levels. So this indicator, this tool that I'm using is very, very helpful because automatically I can just study these levels. I have them marked already and I can see where price reacts. So if we just look simply at this chart on gold, and we're talking about key price levels, being able to identify where setups can happen and where reactions can happen, it's usually going to be around these psychological levels. For example, look at 39.90 on gold right here at this psychological price point. What do you notice about this price? Not only once, not only twice, but a few times. Here, you have a resistance made. You form a double top here. And then the third time price comes back to it, it rejects a bit. And then what does it do? It ends up breaking out and going higher. And then we come back to that price. We have a little bit of a reaction, but then the market goes down. But later on, what does price do when it returns here? We have the same reaction that we had to the left. So key levels can often represent something that's even happened to the left, or like I'm showing you a price. Like we don't necessarily need the price levels on the chart to see where price reacts. Like I can go here, take the rectangle tool. I can draw a resistance right here. I can see there's resistance right there. Well, one thing that a lot of traders don't notice, and one thing that we can combine is the power of whole numbers and understand, okay, there's a whole number there and a resistance there. So price not only has 1, 2, 3, 4 reactions here. It breaks above the price here. And what does it do? It comes back and it acts now. What does it act like now? A support. Look at what we have here. We go in from turning into a resistance at this key level to breaking above it to coming back to it, revisiting it, retesting it. And that level then turns into a support. So you can see here where key levels can also provide supply and demand in the market, where there's once resistance. That resistance has now turned into support. So one, we have a key level there, right? We have a key price level. We have a breakout above a key price level. What's another key thing we can combine in here is market structure. What do you notice about this chart right here? You have a market structure here. One thing we call this is higher highs. So it's not just the whole numbers. It's combining some other things, being able to read the charts and see, I made a higher high. I'm pulling back to the key level. The key level also has resistance. We have 3 confirmations there in one. Just with that, we have a higher high market structure right here. We have a resistance point coming into our key level. So this is the type of stuff we want to combine. 1 + 1 + 1 = 3 to get to this, right? Key level, market structure, resistance. We can see all that combined in here. What's another thing I can notice on my chart here? Notice the moving averages here. Notice how price is also above the moving averages, acting like a moving support. So we have a 4th confirmation also there. This is also when we can start to look for rejection candles or take into consideration what time it is here. Is it a key time where volume is going to come in? The beautiful thing about gold is it's really good to trade all around times. We've talked about that in a lot of videos. So step by step here, you have a few different things that can help you confirm the types of setups you're looking for. Maybe not every day, but through the week. Once you get better at reading whole numbers, for example, look at the line chart. And this is one of the little tips I wanted to mention on this video is go to the line chart to clear some things up. Because look at the line chart on some of these examples. What do you notice? The line chart looks solid, but the candlesticks, what do they do around these levels? Liquidity sweeps, fake outs, trapping traders, collecting stop losses. For example, what do you see at $4,010? Notice 4,010. When I look at the line chart, it looks like, oh, we perfectly rejected $4,010 on the line chart. It held there perfectly to the pip. But if I go to the candles, notice we had a spike above it before closing back below. This is called confirmation. This is called rejection, reaction. We have price going above a level, but then reclaiming that level, going back underneath it. 2 things that I'm explaining here is 1, liquidity sweep, stop loss orders, and rejection, the level getting reclaimed again. You have the same thing happening over here. Why do I say that? Because again, back to one of my tips. Look at the line chart. How clear does the line chart look there? How clear does the line chart look to the left? But what do the candlesticks do at that level? Notice how we get a wick underneath that whole number level. So this goes into some strategy. This is also happening at a key time. New York session, 9:30, 10:30 in the morning. That is the New York window. So we have a key time there that this is also happening at. But look at the wick. I'm going to draw this out for you. Let's say we have a support, a level that we can see. So we have a support level, something we can see on the chart. And the market's come to that support and it's reacted off of that support. But then let's just say the market comes back down, back down, back down, and it's at that support. Obviously, what's going to happen to the market? People are going to be buying because the market's at a support. What's a support? A low price or where there's demand for the market. So what could the market do at support? It could go underneath it first. That doesn't always mean it's bearish because it takes waiting until the candlestick actually closes. Because if the candlestick ends up forming a wick, it's going to come back above the zone. And then the candlestick's going to end up looking something like this, where it has a strong body, but the candlestick ends up forming a wick at the bottom of it. And it may look something like this in the end. Whereas it was first bearish, but then it flipped bullish, reclaiming the level. Reclaiming, remember this, I want you to write this down. And I want you to remember this, reclaiming the level. This is important because what do a lot of traders do here? They end up trying to go for the breakouts or they end up flipping bearish, not waiting patiently enough for the candlestick to close. And gold is going to do that a lot around these levels. You don't see it right now until I put the levels on and go to the line chart. You probably do not see it until then. For example, look at the line chart and look at all the areas that gold actually reacts at the whole number. So 1, 2, and then we have 3 back down here. And then we have 4 right here. And then we have 5 up here. Look at all these price reactions, right? They look pretty clear, pretty perfect on the line chart. But when you go to the candles, it's going to be different. The candles are going to have wicks. The candles are going to have more body to them, going above or below these levels. And this is where we get into the topic of something called liquidity sweeps. And like I said in the beginning of this video, why are whole numbers important? Because it's often where traders, institutions, banks will place their orders, whether that's buys, sells, or stop losses. So imagine you're buying right here at and around the whole number, but the market creates this wick. So this is where a lot of manipulation can happen, but where a lot of strong reactions can begin, where movements can begin. If you look at all these examples, you can see a lot of wicks and reactions at them. Look at $4,000, for example, the psychological level of 4K. What do you see at 4K? You see more than one reaction when you look at this, whether it's resistance or support. You have a resistance here, then you have a breakout, you have a reaction right here. Here you have another reaction. And here you have two more reactions at that same exact level. But look at the wicks that get created, a little bit underneath it and a little bit above it. So this is the type of stuff that happens before a move even happens. Liquidity getting swept, market going underneath the level, but then reclaiming the level and making the move. This is one of the importance to understanding whole numbers. And most traders will lose because they force trades between these levels. They're not waiting for the market to get to these levels. They're more trading in between the levels, which is not going to be as convenient, I find, for me. I like to let the market come to my price level, wait for confirmation, strike once, and walk away. That's how you start trading with the market, not against it. I just showed you a good step-by-step day trading strategy with every $10, how to combine whole numbers with your own technical analysis, whether that's market structure, liquidity sweeps, support and resistance, break and retest, things you already understand. Whole numbers can be combined with them, as I just showed you guys a few examples. My indicator here, my tool here, is really simple to understand. If I want to put it to every 50 pips, it will set the lines at every 50 pips. If I want to set it to every $25 or every 250 pips, it will also do that for me. And these are also very, very key levels for gold. If you look at some of these levels, you can see price reactions at and around them. Look at $4,000, for example. $4,000, like we talked about already, there's more than one reaction happening at that exact price. Look at the price level up here for 4,025. What do you notice a couple times over here when the market comes to 4,025? So what can you notice even just a few times here when the market comes to 4,025? Wicks above it, but then the market closing back below it. These are the types of things we want to stay patient for. And this is why we need to stay patient in the market, to let these things happen so we can get confirmed about the next movement, what price is really trying to do. So that's the whole numbers strategy on gold, guys. Simple, powerful, but clean. If you guys want me to do a full live trade breakdown on this strategy, comment the word gold down below on this video. So make sure you guys comment down below and I'll be sure to incorporate that in the next video. Remember guys, stay patient, stay disciplined, and let the market come to you.